Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I want to talk about why advice is overrated and how you or I guess some questions you can ask yourself when making decisions to help you make more empowered, better decisions in your life. So the reason why advice is overrated is because fundamentally life is a set of subjective experiences that you experience through your emotions, um, and what you want to create in your life, like what kind of emotions and experiences you want to basically experience. You should decide that for yourself instead of letting other people tell you what you should or shouldn't do. And a lot of times we would feel a very strong inner calling towards certain like decisions and stuff that might not seem logical or rational to other people, and some people might even try to impose their judgments on whether you should or shouldn't do certain things on you based off of their own past experiences. Sometimes they are doing this with good intentions because they don't want you to make the same mistakes and get hurt and etc. But the truth is, nobody knows what's going to happen in the future, and nobody knows what's going to happen if you choose option A versus option B. Plus, we all value different experiences differently, and they also cannot feel how strong this inner calling or inner desire of yours is, you know? So instead of like spending your time justifying your reasonings, and just trying to like convince other people that this is a good decision, etc., what's better is that you take the information but don't consider it as a gold standard. Basically, just take the information, leave the advice, and do your own risk benefit calculation and then make your decision. So right now I'm going to share with you guys some questions that I would ask myself before making decisions, to ensure that I am making the right decisions for me. So the first question I would ask myself is, what would you do if I were more confident? Like, this is actually like a question that I learned from Kwik, the brain coach on YouTube. So basically, I would write down, or he recommended, but like I also find it really helpful to write down, if I were more confident, I would, and then put down the list of things that you would do, or like pertaining to whatever situation or decision you're trying to make. And I think this is a very good technique, because it not only lets you look at what is the most empowered decision in this situation is, but also it sheds light on your insecurities or things, areas that you still find yourself to be lacking. And then the lacking areas would be a very good starting point for you to like work on yourself and then build up that confidence in yourself. Yeah. And the second mindset trick is something that I always use, and is something that I came up with, which is I always see my life as a life documentary, like a movie. And I would ask myself, what decisions would you hope you had made when you are older and when you're looking back on life? Like, I would ask myself that question. So like whenever I face like a major life decision, and like a fork in the road, I would ask myself, okay, so Christine, like, connect with the highest self, meaning like the most empowered, confident, self-actualized self. Like, I would connect with my higher self, and or like older, because I am planning to, I'm 100% dead ass serious on becoming my highest self as the time progresses, like as I work on myself. So basically I connect with my older self, more mature self, higher self, and then I would ask myself, what decision had I hoped I made, or would I want to make, if I'm viewing my life as just like a dramatic movie, or like a not dramatic movie but like interesting movie that I want to live out, and yeah, so that's the second question I will ask myself. And the third question kind of ties into the first question, which is examine the two decisions you're making and examine their intentions and emotions behind these two options. So you don't want to make decisions from a place of lack, like from a place of I'm not worthy, from a place of insecurity. Instead, you want to make make decisions based on a place of confidence and etc. blah blah blah. And the reason for this is because what I've noticed in my life is that when I make decisions, and when I make a decision that's based off of insecurities and like just feeling lack, this would manifest into the outcome that's gonna like reinforce my insecure or like lack self-belief. Yeah, when you take action on a certain thoughts or emotions, you're basically pouring energy into it, and then like making it expand on the 3D material plane. And if you consistently do that, like you're just gonna live out a life that's that shows you, hey, you are just like insecure and unworthy person, or in my opinion it would just be like a mediocre life where you never realize your dreams. Yeah. So I wouldn't want to do that, and I wouldn't want my like audience or like just people to do that, you know, like in general. Yeah. So like examine your underlying intentions and emotions behind your decisions and try to make a decision from an empowered place. But then it comes with a issue, like, or like a problem, which is we can't always be in our empowered self. Our emotions, internal states fluctuate a lot throughout the day. And what I find to be really useful is that you essentially will become your dream self and manifest what like everything you want when you are consistently acting, and like when you actually become your dream self, you know, like internally, when you consistently act according to how your dream self would act and make decisions and etc., right? But this is a process, and this process is actually what matters, because through this process you build up the important characteristics and traits, and you learn important lessons that push you to consistently act in accordance with your higher self. So what I was gonna say is that when you are still like in the fluctuating phase, it's normal. Just this is where like brave and courage come in, you know, like yeah, like you just need to learn to cultivate that confidence and find ways to cultivate back the kind of energy, the empowered energy and the kind of mindset you want to be in when making decisions and taking actions. Like I would write down how I want myself to be when I'm in the most empowered place, right? I would be like, oh, I would choose option A, I would take this action. But then maybe the next day when I wake up, I don't feel as confident anymore, and then like I don't feel as, you know, confident in this decision or like this option, and I'm not that confident in that this option is going to lead to the ideal outcome anymore. Then I would work out, like do some physical activities. I guess just be disciplined, because exercising and working out is something that it's a goal for I have for myself. So like I would just like do something that I can control, and usually afterwards I would feel more confident. And another thing that I would do is that I would just force myself to do it. Like I would just be like, if you don't do it, you'll never find out the outcome. If you do it and if you fail, at least you learn a very valuable lesson, and it's gonna help you to succeed the next time, right? So like if you don't take actions, there's no way that anything's gonna happen on the 3D plane. So actions are really important. Yeah. The last question is a little bit obvious, but I kind of struggle with this. So this question is that what do you want? Like what do you want? It's like a kind of like what do you desire kind of question. So basically I try to connect with my inner child, the core self, without any societal conditions, without other people's influences. Like what do I want? You know, this is why I think advice is really, really overrated. And I right now, like when I'm making important life decisions, I don't even want to consult other people anymore, because maybe it's because of my appearance or like I don't know, my gender or something. I have no idea, but people just underestimate me a lot. Like, and then they give advice in a way that's like, and I will like I will be like, wait, that's not me. Like it's not helpful if you like try to see me that way, you know. Throughout life you are facing obstacles and making decisions and taking actions all by yourself. Like it's impossible for someone to always be there to give you validations. That's why like yes, gotta learn to make your own self-empowered decisions. Yeah, so like connect with what you want. And sometimes if you just feel so indecisive between two like mutually exclusive decisions, maybe it's not the right time to make that decision yet, you know. Like maybe it's time to, you know, gain more information, that could potentially lead to a creative solution, or to make you just like see things more clearly and then make a better decision for yourself. That's all for today's video. I try to keep my videos short because yeah, like I don't want my audience to feel like fatigue from listening to me, and I also don't want myself to be like going off track, you know. So yeah. But basically the gist of this video is to really, for advice, literally just take the information, but don't see it as like a gold standard, like a capital T true. Just take the information, leave the advice. Like when other people tell you what you should or shouldn't do, really be critical on these kind of information. But I feel like, because I'm also giving advice, so but I try not to like impose myself onto other people, you know. I just share what I think, and I hope that it's helpful. And also when other people are coming to you for advice, try to be more mindful of the influence that you exert on other people, and understand that your subjective experience, like your own personal history, experiences, past experiences, really do not translate onto other people's lives, because it just doesn't work that way. Okay. Like yeah, we all have different paths, and we have different desires, different skill sets, different strengths, different weaknesses. Like only we ourselves know ourselves the best. Don't ever let other people or external information pull you off track of your destined path. And yeah, like connect with your inner desires and really protect that, protect your passion, protect the fire inside of you. Yes. And yeah, like I hope this video is helpful. Basically, yeah. If you guys have any questions, like leave it in the comment down below. If you like this content, give me a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.